It's the season opening round. Welcome back to you all for the 10th season of Spacequake Sports live stream of the Softball SA Premier League. We play on Ghanaland. Tonight's matchup, it's the finalists from last season, Seacombe Tigers, and the reigning premiers, the Walkerville Cats. I'm James Harris, your host, and joining me tonight is award-winning broadcaster, Mr. Spacequake Sports himself, David Muggleton, and with all the special comments is Softball SA royalty, Olympian, and new mum, Belinda White. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Well, it is the rematch of the two finalists from the grand final of last season, Walkerville and Seacombe, to kick things off in season 25-26, our 10th year.
Yeah, indeed. Cracking matchup. Both teams are still obviously looking for a couple of their pieces to come in, which is common at the start of the season. But Belinda White was mentioning before the game that these first games are often a bit like the AFL draft round, where you get your first look at what each team kind of looks like this season, any player movements, any pickups. And it's always fun kind of looking at how the season's going to shape out.
Well, there's a new one on screen playing second base for the Walkerville Cats. Christy Salas is the name, and we'll speak about her a little later on. But Belinda, you were over at Diamond 2, just sneaking a peek to see how that game was starting. That is West Torrens versus Port Adelaide.
Yeah, I just wanted to have a little look at, as Dave said, what everyone had on their lineup and stuff. So it was 0-0 when I went over there, but I think since then the scores changed. So a lot of moves over there. West Torrens staying pretty much the same, very consistent. So that'll be a tough team this year, and Port have got a lot of new players, so yes.
Just a quick score update. It is 4-0 in the bottom of the second. West Torrens are leading. Despite the hard work of their president, Lenny Callahan, their pitchers, WBSC clearance hasn't come through yet. Just waiting on Puerto Rico to sign over their side of the form. Well, why don't we go through the Walkerville Cats defensive lineup? Belinda, do you want to do the honours, or do you want me to? I don't mind. Erin Reid's pitching tonight for the Cats, pitching to Hayley Benithan. It'll be her one and only game, at least for the first half of the season. Georgia Mason at first base. Christy Salas at second. Sophie Roberts at third. Chelsea Robinson at shortstop. Casey Taylor left. Hayley Mayer centre. Erin Stone at right field. Steph Gall's the DP, and on the bench, Kelly Bested and Maxine Saunders. Good to see Maxine Saunders back after a year off last year. And they've got some young talent, haven't they? Georgia Mason, Casey Taylor, and then they've got some veteran talent as well, haven't they? Robinson, Roberts, Benithan, and even both the Erins, Reader and Stone, have both been around long enough to have premierships to their name. Yeah,
and they've still got a couple to come in. Sophie King, if she's playing again, and their pitcher, is she overseas? Oh, overseas at the moment, yeah. And then their pitcher comes in, Taylor Cordell, from last year. So add that to the mix. They will be pretty tough, but excited to see what everyone brings, especially this game, rematch of the grand final from last season. So, yeah, bring it on.
Now, David, 10 years of broadcasting Premier League softball. Did you imagine that when you did the first interview, post-game interview with Jade Peterson?
Jade Peterson, 12 strikeouts, and it was first game back from her second child. Yeah, I still remember it vividly. It was quite fun knowing absolutely nothing about what I was talking about and just jumping on camera and having a go. But, you know, if you're going to build something from nothing, then you kind of start from pretty close to nothing, and we had the great opportunity to get involved in softball quite early, and then it was the end of that season where we did our first ever softball live stream, which was Monica Perry's last game pitching for Sturt. And
Channel 44.
And, yeah, we were on Channel 44 that year as well. And then, yeah, the following year it was the weekly live streams on Wednesdays that we kind of started doing, and off she went.
Yeah, brilliant. And we might touch on it in between innings, David, but is there anything you want to mention right now?
Oh, well, yeah. So I know Brandon likes to wait for the first pitch before he does send the bug live, but if he's paying it, Brandon, are you with me? No, he's chatting to the camera operators. Inattentive Brandon. If we could send the bug live, please, Brandon.
Producer Brandon back
Thank
for the
you,
year
Producer
as well.
Brandon. We'll collapse it again so we can do it again for the first pitch. Although it does look like we've got a ceremonial first pitch here.
Well, it's the great Linda Martin who played for the Linda Martin Shield, and she's a Softball SA Hall of Famer, an capped Australian player, and it's great to see her back on field after a few years off, isn't it? And they retired her number, and now Chelsea Robinson wears it, and the Linda Martin Shield, which is the Premier League Shield, it was renamed from the Advertiser Shield just a couple of years ago, and there she is, throwing this first pitch of the season. Nice.
Very nice. So just to bring it back, you'll notice on the scorebug there, we do have this little tag. Now, we are hoping that space is going to be filled with major sponsors, but at the moment, the main, we're hoping that we're launching a big 10th season of softball coverage, but right now we do need help to get that done. So we do still need to find a few major sponsors in order to get all of these Wednesday night broadcasts done. So throughout the broadcast, we're just going to talk a little bit during the innings breaks about what that looks like, what it needs to be. But, yeah, at the moment, we do still need to get a few people on board to actually get this 10th season funded, locked in, and across the line.
When it comes up in between innings, it's reach out to David at spacewakesports.com.au. Yep. There's Aaron Reid on screen. Umpires for tonight's game. Pete Fairley behind the plate. Pete Irvine at first. Welcome back to the blue uniform is Jackie Crafter. Scorers to our left, colouring the circles, Nikki Wong and Jessie Matchett. We're about to get underway. It's the first pitch of the 25-26 Premier League season. Sasha Mutsi to the plate for the Tigers. Straight in there for a strike. Always good to get off to a positive start.
Good way to start the first pitch. Batters will probably want to see some pitches in their first few at-bats for the season. Every now and then the few might be aggressive later in the game.
That one a little low for a ball, and I like the Seacombe stirrups this year, the change. It's got the yellow, which is right below the knee, so umpires can definitely see if it's if it's in the zone. It's a very tactical colour scheme, isn't it?
Yes, very smart, I guess, because they're all black, so you couldn't really see where their knee was.
Oh, new coach this year, Sarah Anderson nearly wears it from the first batter. Taken over from Bill, just having a year off, so thoughts with you, Bill. And you know what? We're going to get him on the call team throughout the season.
Yes.
So
yes. And shout out to people that got the diamonds ready. I'm not sure who did that. We were out here last night having a training session. The lights went off on us, so we were struggling. But the diamond looks beautiful and ready for the season. So thank you to everyone that got that ready for the teams and the girls.
I'm sure they're listening. They always are, and I'm sure they'll appreciate the thanks. The grounds crew here at Softball SA.
So we've got 2-2 on the batter here.
Ground ball to shortstop. Chelsea Robinson for her first play of the year. Makes the throw over to Georgia Mason for the first out.
We'll be seeing Chelsea, I reckon, around the field a little bit. If Hayley's only here for the one game today, I think Chelsea will slot behind the plate a little bit more than she did last season. She obviously coming back from a baby last year, so it was just taking it slow, but I think she's firing and ready to catch some more games this year, so it'll be good to see her back.
Nalia Rigby to the plate, shows bunt, pulls out on a low pitch. Now, I would say that Chelsea Robinson's leading. We've got 2 new awards for the game this year. We've got the Arkabar Hotel Player of the Game, $30 voucher thanks to Sporties Bar, and we've got the Eastern Australia Play of the Game. So it should be leading player and play of the game so far, you would think, Chelsea Robinson?
Yeah, absolutely. Cracker play.
All right.
I have it on good authority that a squeeze bunt is going to be regarded very highly by one particular judge. So if anyone can relay through, lay down a good little squeeze bunt. That's 1 vote.
On the move, chops it down to the ground.
Get on base.
Nathan isn't quick enough to the ball, and Rigby beats it out for the first single of the season. Let's take a look at the MC Sportswear replay.
A perfect lefty running slap, just chops it hard into the ground, makes it hard for third and catcher to get out to it. Sits right in the middle of them. So I say it looks like a miss hit, but it's a perfectly executed, I guess, running slap, bunt, whatever you want to call it these days. So up to bat we have now Brianna, who's fair ball in play. Way to play that out.
Will go down as a sacrifice bunt for Bri Lynn in her 4th Premier League season. Here's a look at the MC replay.
Good pop there by Hayley from behind the plate. Always play it out. Sometimes those ones that are really close to the lines and the home plate there, you never know if they're foul or fair. Just always play them out till the umpire calls it back. So good work there, Hayley. So that moves the runner to second base. Scoring position with Becky Havas up to bat here.
Havas made the team of the year last year.
Did Havas have the #1 play last year? The diving catch double play?
Diving catch double play, yeah.
That was a great play.
That was a good play, but also Georgia Mason taking the
bare hand catch.
Bare hand catch when the glove was taken out.
Was that number 2?
I think it might have been.
Because it was a bare hand catch and there was like a bit
that
of a...
play in the grand final, Becky Havas's play,
The grand final just has an absolute way of just bringing out... I think every year the grand final contributes to top 10 plays.
Yeah, there's some sort of play.
Big game, big time.
The year before, Lana Kaysler had that
Yes.
incredible diving catch.
That high sky catch that she dove for was blowing around everywhere.
Yeah, if it got over, they probably would have either tied or won.
Yeah. Lots.
Becky Havas, I think she's two or three times now in Team of the Year. One of 2 Seacombe players to make Team of the Year. And now the addition of a ground ball to third base. Nice play from Sophie Roberts to fire it across for the third out. Cut me off mid-story. I was going to say the other coach this year for the Seacombe Tigers, which I've just noticed out the corner of my eye, is Jenny Dunn, a 9-time Team of the Year player from Seacombe. So I'm sure that experience will bring delight to a lot of the Seacombe fans out there tonight. Well,
she was a top 10 machine back when she was playing. I think every single year she would come diving in for a massive diving play in the outfield.
In the outfield, yeah.
I remember one game against Seacombe. Jade was pitching when she was still at Seacombe. I reckon at least Jenny had at least 9 or 10 catches at left field, and she covered every single one of them. And we were like, right, we need to stop hitting to left field because she kept catching them, but naturally kept hitting them there and she kept catching them.
She's sneakers just later on her
Yeah, I remember that.
They were turfs.
In Vicky's Mic'd Up, there was that little moment. She's like, you just stole on me on sneakers.
Okay, here is the Seacombe Tigers defensive lineup, and a new player in gold and black tonight is Alyssa Charter-Smith doing the pitching to Abby Mossman, Becky Havas at first, Georgia Tompkinson at second, Brianne Lynn at third, Sasha Mutzi at shortstop, out left to right, Bianca Pash, Hannah Cameron, Nalia Rigby. And you might recognise Alyssa Charter-Smith if you've been watching Spacequake Sports, because during the national championships that we've hosted a couple of years back, Alyssa was an under-23s and open player for WA out of New South Wales, plays for WA, and went to the University of East Central University.
Yes, remember playing against her in the first couple of games of the national championships on Diamond 2. So it's, like I said, it's always nice to see new players coming to play down in our competition. It always helps make it that little bit stronger and gives us different pitches to hit against. So, yeah, it's good to see her.
I don't think it's a secret, so we can always talk about it. David mentioned before, missing pieces for some of the teams. Neely Peterson, Reagan Diaz, still yet to make it to Australian soil. I'm sure they'll be watching. Charter-Smith is going up against one of our greats here, Chelsea Robinson, now up to bat.
Yes, holding that lead-off spot very strong. Last year she had actually a really good season in that lead-off spot, very consistent. And she's...
Hard hit shot, bounces off first base glove. Looks for 2, happy with 1, so Walkerville lead off on base.
Yeah, definitely. Nice hard hit down there, first base line. Went with that outside pitch, nice well, and Becky Harvis just wasn't ready for it. So, way to go with the pitch there, Chels.
I'm just trying to pinch a look out the corner of my eye. I see the green pen out, so it might have been too hot to handle, perhaps. Chelsea Robinson, I'll say career batting average. It's from the last 5 years. Thanks to Lindy Radigan for putting these together for us. Hard bunt. It's going to go foul.
She touched it. Oops. Sorry, forget I'm on mic. It looked like she touched it down the line, but Pete Fairley has a very good view there from home plate, so he would have seen that and called it nice and early and clear. So that was good.
Have a look at the
replay. That looked like it missed.
Yeah.
The other angle might be able to see it a little bit
But it
better.
actually worked out very well because second base was covering. She got there very quickly to cover and get that out there if it was played in. No, it does look like she missed it.
Yeah. It was close, though.
I think she...
Well, she was going for it, so it'll get called
does
a
that
strike.
Still get called as a...
Well, she was going for it.
Yeah.
That could have been two plays. It could have been referred if we had the system. But the American Salas will go up to first base, and
they're not going to appeal it, so everyone, I guess, is happy with that.
Here's a look at the NC replay.
Yeah, that's...
Well, she was showing bunt, so...
And if you don't pull out the bunt, it counts as a strike, and you can't be hit by pitch on a strike. That's the kind of cascade rule that we're going with.
That's pretty much it, mate. Well done. Yeah, very good bunt there. Hayley Benithan will be a sacrifice. That's the first out. So cleaned up well there from Tomkinson because the throw came in low. So pretty good fielding from Charter Smith. Quick on to the ball. Runners both advanced to second and third.
Textbook bunt, got it down, back to the pitcher. Really our only choice there is one. Makes it hard play at 3 there. So nice positioning there from Hayley with her bunt.
No stop in this action, by the way. There's been something happening every pitch since Robinson made it on. And here's Sophie Roberts now up to bat. I'm going to just put the stat sheet away because I've lost my train of thought.
But one out runner on second and third. Can't think of anyone else that you'd want at the plate.
Yeah, with Sophie's power, hopefully she gets a good strike here and has a good cut. Even just a sack fly with Chelsea's pace at third. Something deep in the outfield. You know, first game of the season, everyone's arms aren't, fully warm to, throw the distance. They need a few games to get into it. So a deep fly here will score Chelsea and hopefully advance the runner at 2.
Big swing and a miss. An RBI machine, Sophie Roberts. Gets behind the count, 1 and 2. It's away from Mossman, but Robinson stays close to the base.
Good running. They can always catch the runners, so good work there by Chelsea. She probably knows that backstop just as good as anyone, knowing how it bounces off, how quick and how slow. So very smart on her behalf. And this season for Seacombe sees Abby Mossman behind the plate. Last year she played a lot of third base, which I'm sure when the imports come in, she will move back there, and Brianna might move back to left field, maybe. But for now, they're in their traditional position, should I say. Abby Mossman did catch quite a lot back in her junior days for Sturt. They went to baseball for a bit.
Charter Smith gets her first strikeout, and that's the second out of the inning. Hayley Mayer will come to the plate. Yeah, they've got a couple of options to catch. Bree was saying earlier today to me that she'll probably have to catch at some stage before Neely gets here, due to Abby's work commitments, but
and Neely's
doing well so far.
Neely's coming off the back of an Italy season with Taylor.
Right.
So they will be coming back raring to go.
Foul ball. And we'll go behind the count 0-2. Softball's back, Belinda, this weekend. Sturt will play their first game of the season against the Hills Heat.
Yes.
3 o'clock? 3 o'clock Saturday?
5 o'clock?
5 o'clock Saturday. You'll have to get that one
I
right.
should know. I'm a coach, but I'm pretty sure it's 5 o'clock. Well past my bedtime these days, but no, I'm excited. We're opening up some new uniform this season.
Ooh.
So you have to just wait and see. Got new jerseys for A grade and the rest of our club. So, and Hills, again, like everyone, has some new players. So it'll be really good to see. Hopefully they've got...
Carter Smith, a lot of energy coming from the stripe tonight for Seacombe as she collects her second strikeout, goes upstairs, and that will retire Walkerville, leaving 2 runners stranded.
So very good for, is it Alyssa?
Alyssa.
Alyssa to come back there after those sack bunts hit by Chelsea, a pass ball, to get those last batters out of Sophie Roberts and Hayley. That's really good on her behalf to come back hard there.
David.
All right, yeah, so we need sponsors. All right, so basically what we've got is the Wednesday nights this year. There's... thanks to the good work of our season scheduler, we do have parity between all teams. So every team's going to appear an equal amount of times on Diamond 1 on Wednesday. So our goal for funding is to get every single Wednesday night live stream throughout the season. Now, to do that, I've split it up into 6 even sponsorships where every sponsor will be connected to a team. So we do have a couple in already. So we're just using this live stream to try and finish it all out. So every single inning when your team is batting during a game where your team appears, your logo will appear where the live stream sponsor needed currently is. And then even when your team isn't playing, at every full innings break, all of the graphics of each of the sponsors will appear at every full-time break. So if you are a small business involved in the softball community and you would like to help support and keep these live streams going for our 10th season, then reach out to me. You'll see the email pop up each full innings break, but it's david@spacequake.com.au. Don't forget the .au. And yeah, hopefully we can get the full roster of Wednesday nights locked in.
Thank you, David. That was very good of you. Got it through very well as well. So private donors as well, you could say anonymous?
Yeah,
or,
look, if you just want to, obviously the funding model has been set up to be team associated, and I found that was kind of the best way to do it. But if you just want to support the live streams, then obviously you can reach out if there's a charity that you want to put up in your place or anything like that. Our main objective is to just keep going with these live streams throughout the year.
So you take any money given?
Generally, yes. But yeah. in order for it to reflect some semblance of a sustainable model, I do want it to be kind of, we've got the space to sponsor within the broadcast. So that's the currency that we're kind of putting out there in order to get the funding for the live streams in.
That was Abby Mossman leading off the second inning for the Tigers, and she pops out to first base, Georgia Mason. Here's a look at the MC Sportswear replay.
Erin Reid just gaining some confidence there and throwing her change up a little bit more. So that was a really nice change up, nice and low, and just caught Abby off guard and popped up there. So now that brings up Hannah Cameron to bat, who's playing centre field tonight.
Pretty sure she was in contention for Rookie of the Year last year, won by Talia Sutton of West Orange, but Hannah Cameron was one of the finalists, I think.
Did she come from baseball?
Don't know. That's the thing. Sometimes we don't know about some of the players that have come through. We just make the assumption that they've come through the ranks,
Come through something, yeah. No, she did have a... Seacombe had a really good season last year. Obviously made the grand final. Didn't quite get over the line. But for a team that, has just come back in the competition after a couple of years out, that's really good for them and their development coming through.
Swing and fouls this one off. Yeah, these two teams played off in the final series twice, once in the major semi-final and again in the grand final. It was Walkerville Cats both times winning 6-1 and 4-0. So
although that grand final was 4-0, it felt more like a 1-0 game. There was lots going on.
Ground ball to short. Robinson
easy
makes another play.
Chelsea will be enjoying those first few ground balls, just get herself settled back in shortstop, first game back. So she'll be nice and comfortable now.
Just a quick score update from the backfield. After 2 innings, Steph Drzezinski pitched to six batters for 6 strikeouts, and West Orange have scored 13. So they're up 13-0 after 2 innings.
I guess welcome back to the season. That's good for one team and not the best outcome for another.
Well,
but again, first game of the season. First game of the season, everyone's missing players, yes.
Don't get used to those scores. Lacey Ham will be Port Adelaide's ace this year. Watch out for her as she plays. Charter Smith puts a charge into one deep to centre field, but a nice catch. Good read from Hayley Mayer to make the 3rd out.
It's nice. First, nice solid contact there. That's what they needed with last innings with Robbo at 3rd there. That nice. Oh, wrong team.
Nalia Rigby was in scoring position, so. But we know what you mean, Belinda. Yes. A long fly ball would have helped, but there's a look at the MC replay, and Hayley Mayer makes the catch. There you go.
Just noting on the Diamond 2 game, because we were talking about player movements and everything, but my word, that core lineup of West Torrens with its all locals energy that they've got going on, they can just come out every single season firing, because that lineup's barely changed in 4 years?
Longer than that.
Than that, yeah. They've just been that squad has been together playing softball as a team for so long.
Yeah, a few ins and outs along the way, but they've got a core group, haven't they?
Yeah, they would be. I was looking at the teams. They could be. Every season they're very tough, but they do have Steph now back full time after having a few injuries last year, and Talia did an amazing job for them. Obviously, got Rookie of the Year. So I think it's really good that they've got that young ones coming through, and Steph now doesn't have to pitch every game. They will have Talia that can come through and pitch. So it's a really good combo with them. So they'll definitely be tough.
And the return of Mother of Two.
Oh, yes.
I believe Home Run Harris was the nickname that she was settling into last time we were seeing her consistently.
I think she's always settling into that name. Speaking of children, where are the children tonight since you're here, James, and Jordan's playing?
Granny and Grandpa doing the work tonight, thank you.
Shout out to Ross and Kathy.
Yeah. But back to her old tricks. RBI triple for a second at bat, so contributing to the team already. So
never in doubt. It's just like riding a bike for her. Easy.
Here's Georgia Mason. Gets away from that, and she'll head up to first, and Abby Mossman chases that one down to reduce the damage to just a base on balls. Lead off on. You never walk the lead off, Belinda.
No. Always bites you at some point in the game. I'm going to say, here we go, a sack bunt. Seems to be Walkerville. Team playing here, moving the runners around, getting them in scoring positions.
There it is.
I should seriously coach. No.
Well,
and once you get them runner to second base, their stats say they're in a better scoring position, obviously, than from first base. You've got more chance of scoring them. So going for the team batting tonight, getting that ball down. Let's see if Steph can get on top of this pitch and get it down to move the run around.
This is Steph Gall. She's playing DP. She does get it down.
Beautiful bunt.
Well executed. Yes. Sacrifice bunt, advancing Georgia Mason to second base. So Belinda White just taking the role of this is what's going to happen. But they played very well.
I know Belinda very well. Or Bindi, should I say. But no, puts the running scoring position. Erin Reid here now has chances ground ball to outfield. She could drop a running bunt. She could do anything, catch everyone off guard. But 3 sack bunts from Walkerville, 3 successful bunts. So they've obviously been working hard on their short game and have had a great start so far with it.
pass after this goes foul. 0-2. Erin Stone awaits in the on-deck circle. It's probably the 9 hitter of the year last year. She performed outstanding for the Cats in that role. Erin Stone. This is Erin Reid,
who I think's had a couple seasons off or played a bit more of B grade last year. So good to have her up there, and means, you know, they've got some players coming through to develop pitching wise for Walkerville. So it's good that she's getting the opportunity tonight.
She came through with a clutch hit in one of Walkerville's championship grand final games from memory.
Against West Torrens, yeah. Strikeout, catches the corner. So Charter Smith dealing tonight. 3rd strikeout. MC Sportswear replay. Got a fair chunk of the plate too.
Good pitch.
And she's worked out Walkerville, I think, already by going a bit higher in the zone after a couple of bunts, and
so you catch them popping up.
And some success with some strikeouts as well.
Back-to-back rise bowls there. Anyone would think you're a catcher, James, with that knowledge.
Oh, I can't let you take all the limelight calling the plays before they happen. Oh, nice play from Mossman. Just the backdoor pick-off attempt. Mason dives back safely. You know what that says, though? It means that she's getting a good aggressive lead-off. Let's have a look at the MC Sportswear replay.
Look at how great this throw is, though.
Yeah, it's always a tough play if second base is caught behind there. You got the runner diving back, second base coming in, always can, you know, be a bit crowded. But, yeah, it keeps the runners on the toes. Now she's at second base. She takes a little bit less of a jump.
Low ball, ground ball to Mutsi, who doesn't quite get the throw in time. Erin Stone it is, who beats out the throw for an infield single. So runners at the corners now back to the top of the order. Let's have a look at the replay. Didn't do much wrong, just a slow roller.
No, yeah, and Erin Stone's quite quick, deceivingly quick from the right-hander's box. So she just beat it out there. Good running by Mason to run on that throw, play the game out. And now that brings up their consistent lead-off batter, Chelsea. Last time she had a hard line drive down first base, ricocheted off Havis's glove. So let's see if she can bring some runners in.
Takes that one, but it goes foul.
A textbook centre right Chelsea hit in the gap. Potentially would score Erin. 2 out, they're running. Potential double, triple for her. So let's see what she can do here.
I think they'll send Stone here. She's pretty quick. Hard hit ball into the gap. The karaoke just ties up the left fielder Bianca Pash, but holds Stone to just a single base. So she stands up at 2. Georgia Mason crosses the plate for the first run of the game. Here's a look at the MC Sportswear replay.
Yeah, Chelsea didn't just overpower it. She just made contact, hard contact, through the, as we call it, karaoke hole, 5-6 hole. Scores that runner. Potential for Erin to be aggressive at 2 and keep going to 3 on the fumble by left field. But with 2 out, you never want to be at third, out at third.
Nice catch by Tomkinson at second base. Good aggressive hitting from Christy Sulls. She hasn't had a look at a pitch yet. She had 2 bunt attempts in her first at-bat and swings away first pitch for this one here, and a nice shot, but well caught by Tomkinson.
Yes, very nice. Hard hit right side, which is great positioning with the runner at 2, hitting right side behind the runner, but straight to the player.
Walkerville score the first run of the game. Now we are looking for Spacequake Sports sponsorships for the live stream, and And we're looking for 6 sponsors to get us through the season so we can show you the live stream every Wednesday night thanks to Spacewake Sports in our 10th season. And if you want to help the live stream broadcast, reach out to David at spacequakesports.com.au. How was that, David?
Oh, much better than I did. Yeah. And then just a reminder, every time you see this screen pop up, if you are interested in sponsoring, this is when your logo will be appearing along with the 5 others that sponsor. And then during the innings when your team is batting, you will be the major sponsor on the score bug, which you will see throughout the game as well. So that's...
Amazing, thank you. Well, the hustle of the teams is what's been impressing me so far. We didn't even get to the backfield, where it is the bottom of the third and it's still 13-0. Trzynski just added to that tally. 9 batters, 9 strikeouts. 2 runners aboard, so they need 2 runs to end the game. So we'll keep our eye on that score for you as we see Bianca Pash come to the plate for the Tigers. Nice hard hit, but well fielded by Erin Reid. And David, you mentioned Erin Reid earlier with a nice hit in the final. She also had a comebacker. She in one of our
she had the line drive, first ever top 10. I remembered that one as well.
Oh, yes, I watched them the other day. Popped up on my memories.
Yeah, she was a. It was pretty high up on the list as well. It would have sit around 3rd or something for a...
One of the very few videos that still remain on the Softball SA Facebook page after Meta decided to get rid of all the live videos. So all the highlights are still on there, but they're not under videos anymore. They're under reels, and you have to search for them. They've really made it hard. So if you want to go back and look at any of the games, go to the Spacequake Sports YouTube channel.
That was a 1 pitch, 1 out, so that's a good start for Walkerville. Fouls it back over the back net here.
Luckily, we're protected.
Producer Brandon, however, is not. He's out open to the elements.
Refusal of a shade there from producer Brandon, who's going to wear a glove from now on. By the looks of things. Back to the action, Georgia Tompkinson. Nice change of pace there from Erin Reid, but it just misses.
There's a cash prize if a Spacequake camera operator ever catches a ball. So Brandon just wanted to get in on the action. So he's like, "Nah, get rid of the cover. If I'm gonna get this cash prize, I need to be out in the open."
Oh, we're on here,
We're peppering them.
I'll go out there and throw one over for you. Sarah's come back here. We got 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter.
Yeah, and a key out here for Walkerville, the 9-hitter, because they turn it around to the top of the order next Seacombe, and Walkerville don't want to do it with a runner on base. But nice shot, but well fielded from Roberts, who takes the backhand play, throws off one knee, fires it across to Mason. And we might have a leading contender here for the Eastern
very,
play
very
of the game.
Smooth.
Speaking of which, she also had a top 10 play one year for doing
something similar.
And very, very similar. Like it was both knees, and she managed to get the throw out from 3rd base to 1st.
Yeah.
And it was like an absolute rifle of a hit that went straight to her as well.
Yes, I remember that. But on the back of Sophie, so great pick up by George Mason at 1st base there to get that out as well.
Yeah, credit over there to Mason.
Scooped it out.
Maybe they could share the voucher. Nice hard hit shot out to right field. She's better be quick because Stone's in there quickly, fires the shot, but Woodsy will get aboard with a single to right field, and just the 2nd hit for the Tigers.
Yeah, again, right side hitting, great line drive shot there, and great work for Erin to get to that ball, quickly release it and really make it a close 9-3 there. But Sasha's quite quick, so she had no problem getting up the line there.
Here's Nalia Rigby. Rigby had a safe bunt, her first at bat.
This competition also remains the only place that we've actually been able to capture a 9-3 put out.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's one of the rarest plays out there.
Yeah, if you've got an attacking right fielder.
Ada Brincat-Tree would have several of them a season, but I don't think... Oh, she was around for early days of Space Quake.
She was.
Nice hitting
remember.
from Rigby. She probably would have got through about 5, I reckon, if our first season was 16, 17.
Yeah.
Maybe about 5 seasons.
Yep.
And, geez, what a player. I've got it here. She had 11 Team of the Year appearances as well. So, absolutely outstanding player, Ada Caruana, one of our favourites.
If you're out there, Ada, we would still like you to come back and play
Yeah, come
anytime.
back.
Every time we catch up for coffee or whatever, we're like, would you like to play? But no, she has a beautiful little boy now.
She was one of, like, just back in the day when I was just producing games, like, she was easily one of the early favourites. Because she was a little highlight machine as well.
She was fast, she could hit, she could run. She perfected right field. I think everyone really forgot that right field was its own special position until, I think, really, even back in the day, Bindi more played centre field or right field? Was she centre field or right fielder?
She would have started at right field.
Yeah.
Michelle Nella would have been... no, Michelle...
Ridgie. No, Ridgie was right fielder.
Well, when she first started... Mandy Nella. Mandy Nella,
sorry.
Right.
I was like, Shelley at centre field.
Shelley would have been at first. Mandy Nella.
So it is a specialty position because the ball doesn't come there very often, and when it does, it always comes off spinning very awkwardly off the bat. So, yes, shout out to Ada.
Nathan has a big swing at that one.
It's a nice low rise there, just catches her on the out there.
Has done her 4 years of college, but she started her Masters, so heads off this weekend to a Aussie battery camp and then back to the States to do her Masters.
And also, speaking of all-time Space Quake highlight plays, her first ever at-bat as a star during our Stars versus, what was it, US?
Maybe.
Like the US team?
Yeah, one of our showcase games.
Showcase games. Home run off of her first ever at-bat wearing a Stars uniform.
I don't remember that. I didn't think she ever hit one. Like over the fence?
Yeah, over the fence here.
So it was a practice game?
Yeah, it wasn't in...
Counts.
Yeah, it was in first time in Stars uniform.
Yeah,
It got captured by Space Quake Sports. We're very nostalgic tonight because it's our 10th year.
Yeah.
Right? It's our 10th start of the 10th season.
I can't believe it's been 10 years. It doesn't feel that long.
It's the 10th season. So
10th season.
So,
well, that's...
Yeah, so the start of the 10th season.
Yeah.
So it's been 9 and we're starting our 10th now. So it's a... but, yeah, just like I can't imagine softball without it.
Yeah, I know. And the feedback we get... Oh,
great hit.
Nice shot from Hayley Benithan. Had a sacrifice bunt her first at bat and just rips one to left field for a second turn.
No, also, sorry, so this is the karaoke hole?
yeah, it was called the karaoke hole.
Where does that come from? I've never heard that.
Behind it, isn't it?
Well, I've never really got the story of why it's the karaoke hole, but it's, from me, it started back with Mel McGee. West Torrens goat of softball, absolute legend. Would call it. I called it 5-6 hole. I think it has lots of not names that I can say because.
Oh!
Well, Becky Havas could have added some mayo onto that if she wanted to be in contention for the Eastern Player of the Game.
She looked for it.
And almost in a replay of the grand final, I think it was Sophie Roberts that bunted it in the grand final as well.
I think it was too.
She pops up to first base for the first out. Hayley Benithan will stay at first. Here's Hayley Mayer.
So maybe James can tell you why it's karaoke hole, because I'm actually
it's
really
Mel.
unsure.
It's Mel.
Mel, feel free to text us and let us know.
It could be something to do with 5, 6, 7, 8, and 5, 6. I don't know. I'm trying.
I've tried and I still can never get. I think they've just called it that because the other names are not
appropriate.
To be, yeah.
Yep.
It's just a little annoying spot. There's always a hole there. Oh, great bunt again by Hayley. Walkerville really playing the short game here. And that's a great pickup by Bree to get the out there at 1.
Yeah, watch Lint come in from third base to take it. Probably on the first base side, Havas was fielding back, so they were playing one up, one back, and making
being a
the out.
lefty, with Hayley knowing that she can hit the ball hard, playing it down. So maybe a bit of a hint of what comes with Walkerville. Lots of short game, which is great. Trying to...
Well, it advanced Benithan to second. Hayley Mayer comes in as the courtesy runner and advances to third there on the pass ball or wild pitch maybe.
Credit to Seacombe defence as well. One of the real things about the bunt is it can be just an absolute chaos play. Like, the defence still needs to execute perfectly. So to keep them all as just clean sack bunts without there being any overthrow, any chaos.
They've done well.
The defence done very, very well.
Yeah, the whole point of the bunt is to obviously move the runner, but add some confusion. If it's executed perfectly, you can have the pitcher, catcher and third all going for the ball, and it can be chaos. I think pitchers know that they should stay out of it sometimes, but you also want them to be aggressive and field their own balls as well.
Georgia Mason walked her first at bat and then scored after a sacrifice bunt and a couple of singles from the Cats. Strikeout, and Charter Smith will pick up her 4th strikeout of the game to retire the threat, leaving a runner on third. Yeah, nice pitching. That one just spun away, didn't it?
Yeah, really good on Abby after that pass ball and the rise ball. She didn't shy away from it and get nervous. She went straight back to the rise ball again. Alyssa hit her spot and then she went back to it again. So a lot of times with young pitchers, especially, you know, Alyssa, sorry, I keep saying her name wrong, coming in, new team, you know, you throw a wild pitch, sometimes you shy away from it because you don't want to throw it again, but she didn't. They stuck with it and got the outcome they wanted. So good work. Held the runner at third. 3
complete innings. It's a 1-0 ball game. Walkerville lead the Seacombe Tigers. And if you want to help sponsor the Spacequake Sports broadcasts, your sponsor logo can appear on the live stream in the inning break, and your team sponsor during this with the score bug as well. Reach out to David at spacequake.com.au.
So we have received a message about the karaoke hole. Thank you, Carindale. And it was named after Kathy Carriage, effectively known as Kathy Karaoke. She always hit in there, and it's the karaoke canal. There you go.
That?
Thank
nice.
you.
And wholesome.
It comes that I have never heard it for that
Kathy
reason.
Karaoke.
So I love it, and it just goes well. Karaoke hole. It's better than 5-6 hole.
It's much better than 5-6 hole, yeah.
So thank you. There we go.
Yeah. Also, just checking in on the live stream chat, Jade Peterson just commenting. Yep, she remembers the debut interview.
The first interview.
Well,
from 10 seasons ago.
Now, I've seen some people walking back from Diamond 2, so I'm assuming that game has ended.
Yep, 15-0 in 3 innings in 70 minutes. So West Torrens just went to work tonight.
But in early minutes, not so bad, since it was very fresh over there when I looked earlier.
Brilliant. 3-0 count for the Tigers. It was a base on balls back in the second, where the first for a lead-off for Walkerville, and that actually scored. So when we said you don't walk the lead-off, Walkerville have done that, and Brilliant arrives safely on a base on balls, a sacrifice bunt and a base on balls tonight for Lint. It's been pretty handy at third as well. Pretty good play. Here's Becky Havis.
So that's the start they want to get the lead off on. Let's see if Havis, being one of their stronger batters in the lineup, will they sacrifice her or let her swing away at a good pitch?
One's in there for a called strike, so breaks the string of 4 consecutive balls. And Havis will go behind in the count. Now, new coach to the Premier League, Sarah Anderson, over at third base, chasing a run against the Premiers from the season before. You've got your lead-off on. Your 4-hitter up to bat. What are you hoping for here?
I'm hoping for some grass. Hits right side, gets the runner around to 3. Bree reads it well. Just anything to move that runner around. With Becky's style of hitting, will be something, you know, deep on the grass.
Just off the plate. So Havis holds her hand back, and We'll go 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Erin Reid still staying confident there, still throwing mixture of pitches, throwing her change up. I think a change up in this situation with Becky would be a good pitch to have a crack at. We'll see what... Oh.
There it is, into the karaoke. Gets past the left fielder as well. Casey Taylor under the legs. Brie Lint will score from first. Havas will stand up at 3. She's turned for home. A bit of a fumble at 3 and she scores to put the Tigers in front.
How did things change so quickly? What a shot. I said should find some grass. A little bit of a error there by left field, unfortunately. And Sarah grounded her at 3. They missed the cut coming in, so that allowed Becky to score there. So what a quick change to the game it is. Seacombe go up 2-1.
Well, I think that it'll go down as a single, definitely, and then the 2 runs will score on the error from the left fielder, and the Tigers now in front, and the Walkerville coach, Stansfield, will take a moment to have a chat to her team. Starts from fresh again with no outs and no one on. They need 3 outs to get another chance of a hit. There's still plenty of time. We've only just passed the halfway mark right now. 90-minute games in the Premier League. We do finish the innings that we've started, but we won't start a new inning after 85 minutes. Abby Mossman to the plate. Popped up to first base last time.
The difference between turning a single into a triple there, an RBI triple, but still just a triple, versus actually having the base running speed and the heads up to bring that one home, because that could be the difference between a tied ball game and a win, especially with how tight things have kind of been so far.
Yeah, absolutely. You have a look at how aggressive the players have become in the Premier League. Stealing bases, taking extra bases on a throw, and then taking on a relay play. First game of the season, there's a lot has to go right for that play to get out at the plate. All you got to do as a runner is beat the throw. Yeah, and props to coaches being aggressive with it and taking on, knowing it's early in the season. I think Sarah was in the great position there to see that the ball was going above Chelsea at the cut, and knowing that Becky's rounding 3, she's going to get there as it hasn't hit the cut there. So a lot of coaches, as you say, would normally hold them up, but it's good that they're also being aggressive as well as the players and taking the game on.
Plus, the difference between doing that with 2 out versus doing that with none out. Not just saying, nah, play it safe, stay on third. We've got 2 outs. We'll bring you home cleanly and tidily, versus just being aggressive, attacking it. And
yeah,
I like it.
And early in the season, like I said, everyone's rusty. Like Chelsea's deep on that throw. If it hits the cut, that's a long throw. She's got to get it to the catcher, make sure it's the right bounce. Haley's got to catch the ball and tag it. So there's so many elements, and it's a very low percentage play, those tags at home, especially in that situation, as we saw.
Gravel at third. Roberts comes charging in and makes the out. That is the first out of the top of the 4th inning, and the Tigers, who were trailing just 3 batters ago, now lead this contest.
But nice work there by Sophie. Like a slow roller can sometimes be a bit tricky, but she just made sure she had the ball first, got the out, had that little bit of leadership role there after an error, come back and get that out. It's really good for Walkerville's defence.
Hannah Cameron now to the plate.
Good attempt at the running bunt. Runners are sitting back. They haven't shown that a lot, Seacombe, so it catches them off guard. So good attempt.
Cameron fouling that one off again.
Walkerville will be wanting to get this out, and then that brings up Alyssa. And after a last hit to centre field, you wouldn't want her coming up with runners in a scoring position or on base to potentially move them around.
Hard shot to Robinson, and it just gives her a uncomfortable bounce. She has the body behind it to block it, but Cameron beats that out, so they've got another runner on here. The Tigers. That was a replay of the pitch beforehand. So even producer Brandon's a little rusty tonight, and that replay also from the pitch prior.
What's going on?
Now we've got the replay.
Here we go. This is it.
It was a good recovery. She was able to recover well, get that throw across, but Cameron was able to beat it out. Here's Charter Smith. Into the karaoke it goes. So Kathy Karaoke might be watching somewhere, appreciating the game tonight.
Yeah, nice hit. Nice line drive. And good work by left field there just to steady herself, get her knee down and, you know, make sure that ball stayed in front. So really good to back that one up. So that brings up Bianca Pash. Runners at 1 and 2. We've got one out. See if the short game continues or they're going to look to hit their way out of it.
I love a short game, but for me, this is swing away territory.
Yeah, so showed the fake bunt hard slap, if you want to call it, or one style of slap. Had a nice aggressive cut.
Nice bunt. Gets it down. Roberts comes charging in and makes the out. There's 2 out, but there's 2 runners in scoring position. Second and third for the 9-hitter, Georgia Tompkinson. MC Sportswear replay. And we're just going to get a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Charter Smith. Pash will make her way over to second.
Nice field and a nice throw by Sophie there to get the out.
All of these bunts are being laid down incredibly well, but my word, the bunt defense has been absolutely on point for both teams this game.
Yeah, they really both have been on their toes and not, you know, sitting back just expecting it to be a, you know, hit away kind of game. So they've done well. Now Walkerville looking for a nice ground ball or even a strikeout here to get out of the innings.
And on the flip side, the Tigers looking to the young 9-hitter to put the ball in play. Low, so mature batting from the young Tompkinson.
Nice and patient. Yep. Just waiting for her pitch.
2-0's a good count for a hitter with 2 runners in scoring position.
She had a good season last season. Actually came up with some solid centre right hits. So let's see if she can bring one of those right now with 2 runners.
Well, that was the pitch to hit the centre right, right on the outside edge of the plate. Going for a ball and very impressive, not chasing.
Yep, and you can see Erin's trying to keep that ball low and hoping the 9 batter will just swing at it and give him an easy ground out. She doesn't want to see anything too high. Send it into the outfield, any gaps there. So she's looking for a ground out.
Sophie Roberts gets under the glove. Cameron scores. Pash stays at 3. Tompkinson advances to 2. Tigers have put 3 on. They've still got 2 runners in scoring position, and they'll go back to the top of the order as the Cats have a second timeout, which means there'll be a pitching change.
Yep, Hayley, what's her name?
Mayer.
Mayer will come in from centre field, so a straight swap there.
We know you know her as Noah.
Sorry, that's why I was like...
Teammates at Sturt.
Yes.
Decade or probably more ago now.
Oh, I wouldn't think that long. No. Well, close to.
Making
close
you think
to.
now.
But her mum still scores for Sturt because she's an OG. Sue, shout out.
Very rare to have 2 national championships to your name in the open age group. I'll say, I know you've got 2, one in the 19s and one in the open. Sue Norris has 2 for the Stars. Millie Fidge has 2 for the Stars, and Sophie Roberts has 2 for the Stars. The only 3 to have 2 open women's national titles. South Australians, I should say.
Yes. Wow, just getting 1 is phenomenal, but 2, very lucky.
Well, the pitching change is being made. Coach Stansfield having a word to her pitcher, just saying, look, you've done a pretty good job, because it was an error, a bad hop, you could say, when Hannah Cameron hit the ball to Robinson, and then Becky Havis's hit that went to left field and it went under the glove of the left fielder. So a couple of errors have cost 3 unearned runs in this inning, which has given Seacombe the lead. There is new Premier League coach Sarah Anderson just having a word to her runners, who'll be pretty happy with her team's start to this season, putting a 3 spot on here in the top of the 4th against the reigning premiers, the Walkerville Cats.
Yeah, it's good that Walkerville have got, that Hayley that can swap off, and, sometimes Erin didn't do anything, wrong there. She, got the ground balls, unfortunately a few mistakes in the field there, but sometimes you just need to make the change with the pitcher just to settle everyone back down, give Seacombe, a different pitcher to look at, and Hayley being left-handed also makes it, a change of eyesight for Seacombe, so let's see if she can throw some in there and just switch the momentum back to their way.
Back to the top of the order, Sasha Mutzi, who hit a single her last turn at bat. Hayley Mayer for...
We have Hayley to Hayley today.
Her first pitch. And the Valley View Eagles out of the Central District Softball Association be keeping a keen eye on Hayley. I'm sure she'll be donning the blue and the gold for the Valley View Eagles again this year. And she will make the 3rd out as she casually throws it across to first base with power, but she made it look very casual for the 3rd and final out. That hit to 3rd base was actually scored as an error if you're scoring at home. So 3 unearned runs. There's Hayley Mayer making the 3rd out.
Yeah, that's exactly. Hayley did her job. Came in through 2 strikes, forces the batter to have a go at them and gets the out. So really good job by Hayley there. So that just, helps settle things down, and, momentum's on Seacombe's way. But if Walkerville can get the lead off on, it'll just help shift it and potentially score some runs this innings.
Well, no strikeouts so far for the Tigers, which is always a positive for the batting team, meaning that they're getting the ball into play. On the flip side of the card, we'll go into the home half of the 4th inning, and Charter Smith has 4 strikeouts to her name so far. So being the dominant pitcher in the game, you'd say?
Yeah, she's obviously coming to a new team, new pitching to a new catcher, everything like that. She's just come in and, done her job for Seacombe, and so far is holding Walkerville really well.
Looks the part as well, doesn't she? The face mask, the space buns, the eye black, the glitter headband.
Very American style. No, she's coming with confidence, and from what I've...
Wax in the back pocket.
From what I've seen of her at WA, whenever she did come in, she was full of energy and just that kind of pitcher that when things aren't going your way and you make that change, she's always got good body language, just locked in, and
energy,
just that, really good energy for teams.
Yeah, that gorilla grip that she's got in the back pocket, it's not overused here in the Premier League, but always adds a little bit of extra grip.
Yeah, no, well, I'm not a pitcher, so I don't know, but no, it's not used much at all.
Hard hit shot, and it ricochets off the glove of the shortstop, Mutzi, and out to centre field. So nice batting from Gall to get the lead off on, just what the Cats needed to get back into this game.
That went like a rocket, and I guarantee it wasn't going flat. It would have hovered and spun as it went through. So great shot by Steph there, and unlucky to Mutsi to not get that one, but at least she held the runner to first.
Erin Reid shows bunt, gets it down.
Catch!
Nice play from Havas.
Double play!
Fires for the double. Mark that one in the scorebook.
Was that like the same batter, the same innings, the same everything from the grand final, just without the dive?
Honestly, look at this. Just read it. Back glove, heads up, turns around.
Great
I mean, that's as clean as a whistle.
That's just confidence from Becky, knowing as soon as they come around, they're bunting. She charges in. Not many first basers really charge in like Becky has tonight. They tend to sit back and, let the ball fall in and just play one on it. So really good read by Becky there.
Well, key moment of the game as well, with your team up 3-1, the leadoff gets on base, and then all of a sudden, instead of having a runner in scoring position, you've just turned a double play. So nice play from Havas and the Seacombe Tigers.
Yeah, just as Walkerville getting that lead off on, as I said, is a momentum shifter. That has definitely been shut down by Seacombe on that play there. So great defence again by their Seacombe, especially after, I guess you'll call it an error by shortstop, following up with a double play.
Well, definitely a contender for the play of the game, powered by Eastern Australia. There is a $50 voucher to easternaustralia.com up for grabs, and also for the player of the game, there is the Arkabar $30 Player of the Week voucher. This one spins and goes foul. Educated defensive play from Breland to let that one go, and we'll present those two awards after the game. Well, can the same player
win both?
Oh, I'd say so.
Becky Havas. Well, it was an error, so it wasn't really a home run, but she scored off her own hit after the error was made. But that was the run that put them in the lead.
I mean, would have been an RBI, I'd imagine, anyway, which is already a big impact play. But then also squeezing the error into a run rather than just holding up at third. I still think that there's a lot of pro Havas in that play as well.
Charter Smith also doing a pretty good job. Might be one of the leaders there. Chelsea Robinson's got a couple of hits in this game. Plenty of time left, so still 30 minutes of gameplay yet to go.
Chelsea's 2 for 2 so far.
Yeah, there are definitely options out there. We'll just have to wait and see. This game's full of lots, so there's still plenty of game for potential things to happen.
Erin Stone had a hit, her first at bat. This one goes to the right side, and there she is again. Becky Havas makes the third out. And after 4 complete innings, Seacombe Tigers lead this 3-1 in the opening game of the 25-26 season. It is also the 10th year of the Spacequake Sports live stream broadcast, and if you want to be part of the team that helps bring us this live stream each and every week, you can help to sponsor the broadcast, and your logo, if you're a small business or a big business, we'll take
the big business.
We'll take the big business as well. But the innings break will show your logo, and also in the score bargain to become a team sponsor and keep the live streams live. Reach out to David at spacequake.com.au.
And of course, we won't stop talking about you in the broadcast either. Because you're going to be
MC Sportswear replays, the Arkabar Player of the Game, the Eastern Australia Play of the Game. So there's opportunities there, absolutely. Naming rights to this competition are also up for grabs as well. But, yeah, we're only asking, what, 1,870 for a team.
That's including GST. And that'll get us every Wednesday for the entire season, where we can make more memories like the ones we've kind of been talking about and capture these great double plays.
Brandon's congratulating me on that little
I don't know. I thought it was B- at best,
Your,
but I appreciate the hype,
Your
man.
softball knowledge has definitely grown over the 9 seasons, which is really good.
He's also played a couple of games as well.
Yes.
I'm batting 666 as my official batting average before I retired.
Rigby slaps that one foul, leading off here the top of the 5th inning.
Just seeing some rain start to fall, which can
Really?
always...
It's just a little mist.
Always add a bit of element to the game with a little bit of a wet ball. Makes it harder sometimes, especially coming in from the infield, to throw it correctly and hit your cut. So
I don't want the rain to be
hopefully
here,
it
so yes, hopefully it does stop. David, over the 10 years, you've broadcast national championships, the Stars 66-year drought-breaking championship. Oh, nice shot, Rigby, who has looked really good in the box tonight, leads off the 5th inning with a sharp single to left field.
That was a nice shot. Nice line drive. Held her hands. It was a higher pitch. Just stayed on top of it to hit, I won't say the karaoke hole, but over Chelsea's head there.
That was definitely over the shortstop this time round. David, I was just saying, 10 years, what has been some of your highlights?
Well, so I actually thought about this as well. So there's individual plays, but as far as like individual player performances that I still just remember, one of the ones was, because we were talking, first ever interview was with Jade Peterson. And then in the year where we were hosting Gilly Shield, and she was in the Stars lineup, and that would have been like the amount of time from when she first appeared to when she appeared there. Like, and then I remember there was a game, I can't remember if it was one of the finals or if it was the last regular game, but it was a must-win. And she was tasked with basically needing to beat Queensland, which was one of the top 4 teams. And she shut them out.
With a hit to centre field. Oh, just caught in 2 minds, the young Rigby, but
safe.
The third base players just muffed the ball a little bit there. So runners in 2 and 3 for the Tigers. Let's have a look at the MC Sportswear replay. Off the second bounce and into the cut. Robinson with a hard throw.
Oh.
Yeah, a bit of a mix-up there by the runner. I think she was looking at her coach to call her or not call her. And then, got lucky there with a bit of a fumble at third base. 2
runners aboard, scoring position, 2nd and 3rd for Becky Havis. Have a look at the new grip as well, the split grip for Havis. I was going to mention her last at bat. Ground ball to first base. May does really well to hold up the runner with that fake throw and then fires it across to make the first out. Would you have been tempted just to maybe do a second fake then? You got it pretty quickly.
Well, the way she turned, she couldn't know, but she did a great job because as soon as she faked, that runner went straight back, so you know that they're not running on the throw. And as a lefty, that's even harder because then you have to turn your feet all the way around. So great stuff by Hayley on that play there.
And retires the dangerous Havis. Abby Mossman now to the plate. First pitch swing, or just a sharp one over to Salas at second base, but the run will score. So nice hitting from Mossman. They say it always, don't they? Get the ball behind the runners and you're going to score 9 times out of 10.
She didn't try to overpower that, just was looking to contact to right side, put the ball in play. I think that runner was going on that play. That's always a hard one for second base. So that puts them 4 to Seacombe, 1 to Walkerville, with the runner still in scoring position here at third.
Cameron had that shot to shortstop, her last at bat, that just was a nasty bounce on Robinson. She was able to block the ball, and Salas has just done the same thing. She just got a bad hop and was able to knock the ball down and recover to make a second play. So not everything going right for the Cats at the moment as Seacombe go to a 4-1 lead, and having to charge it, here's Robinson, and still plenty of time to fire it across for the third out.
Yeah, good job by Chelsea there, just to set herself a little slow roller, came to it, took a little bit off the throw to make sure she got that out. They're out of that innings with only 1 run scored.
And again, no strikeouts for the Tigers. Ball in play for all 5 batters and really making the defence work for the Walkerville Cats. And the Tigers really getting the job done, aren't they, by doing that? And they're up 4-1.
Yeah, just keep adding that pressure, and you've seen what it's done to Walkerville, just the pressure of everyone putting the ball into play. A few fielding errors there, and they've been able to capitalise on it.
So, David, just back 10 years of Spacequake Sports. For me, we did the Denso series as well, which you would have played in.
That was the first year that we were doing the full live streams as well.
Yep. And at short notice, we did an under-17 combined boys and girls national championship. That was 2019. You've won a couple of awards as well with the Community TV
Antenna Awards. And I got to film South Australia winning the Gilly Shield at home, which is going to be
by far the best highlight, of course.
I mean, the other thing worth noting is that Spacequake has now captured South Australia winning the Gilly Shield twice, because it is my Melbourne team who started their season doing Sunshine yesterday, doing the Under-21 Classic. But, yeah, it was Jared, producer Jared over in Melbourne doing the Gilly Shield last season. And then anyone who is watching, we've got a little bit of Softball New South Wales stuff kind of coming up and around. So it's good to see that we are getting to kind of spread out and be involved and elevate softball around the country as well. But
Canberra ski, New Zealand,
and that was the
Steelers last December.
That was the first time we'd done an international game since that Denso series.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got the capability, you're saying?
Oh, I mean, we love it. Like, we'll cover all the softball. Give me the softball and we will cover it.
Or WBSC's listening for that 2027 event.
Yeah, that would be great if you guys got that event. The coverage has just been amazing. From a player's perspective, it's been fantastic just to have, to watch, if you can't make it out, be able to watch games back. Or for me, I use it as feedback, as in I watch my at-bats and just see if I can tweak something that I'm doing. And it's fantastic for the sport to be promoted in this way, and we're very grateful for everything that you have done, and thank you, and hopefully we can continue it, because it's amazing. We get people from all over the country, USA, interstate. I get messages all the time from people about watching our game and how great our competition is, and I think it's really shown with Spacequake.
Robinson, fly ball out to left field. Nice catch taken by Bianca Pash for the first out of the bottom of the 5th inning. Can't get a better endorsement than that, David.
Oh, I mean,
Olympian
Belinda White,
national champion.
But it's the other big thing is as well, because obviously the live streams are an incredible tool for the athletes and the umpires and the coaches, but it's just seeing the comments in the chats of both our Facebook and YouTube, where it is people who are just exhilarated that South Australian and softball is back, and they're commenting it. And the Wednesday night softball broadcasts have just become an institution. Everywhere where I travel, as I kind of move around the States a lot more doing these softball games, the Wednesday night broadcast for this Premier League is just such a staple for the softball community.
Yeah, it breaks the week up, and you get your softball fix as well before the weekend, and
we have other associations too that that are further away, and they don't get to come down to West Beach because of the distance and stuff, and they get to see it, and potentially something for the young kids out there to work towards, to be able to come down to the Adelaide competition, and they've seen it, and potentially play against players that they've watched for a few years and get their experience and stuff as well.
And because of it, Adelaide and the Premier League has become a destination competition to play in. Have a look at this contest right now. Charter Smith pitching for, I was going to say WA, for the Tigers, same colours, against Salas, who's batting for Walkerville. So you got a New South Wales player who plays for WA up against an American collegiate athlete. And
there's been a couple of
for a 5th strikeout.
I remember we had Tani Steptoe come over for a couple of games for the Hills Heat.
Yep. Grace Rickson.
Grace Rickson's come over for a couple of games. So it's always fun, kind of. It's almost like the sitcom guest starring when Brad Pitt suddenly shows up for a Friends episode. Every now and then you just get these incredible names just kind of popping through and popping on a uniform, and playing a Premier League game.
For them, their competition in the other states isn't as good. We have the best competition in Australia at the moment. So for those players, especially leading into nationals and Aussie and stuff, for them to get this competition right up to those nationals, we're actually very lucky that we go in with half a season of really, really good games under our belt, international championships for, under 18s and 23s and opens. So yeah, it's just amazing to have all those players come down and see how good our competition, and it's obviously made better by having, Spacequake and everyone involved with it.
Benoithen up to bat, fouls that one off, and we know a lot of the Aussie Spirit tune in and watch as well. They're big fans of the broadcast.
I think they're doing a little bit of scouting as well for nationals. I know KP from New South, she used to do some scouting on, us South Australians and things like that.
Not their coach this year.
No, not this year.
She's the Aussie Spirit coach now,
correct.
KP.
So any way that New South can, get knowledge and that, they will. And, that's why they've been so good for years. So although that's a disadvantage for South Australia, it's great that they're tuning in from all over the country to watch.
Kai has made the occasional comment on the live stream as well.
Probably in Japan, not much to do after her whole day of training. She tunes in for a little more softball.
So the other thing that I love about these broadcasts as well, because I've just moved back to Adelaide, but for the last 3 summers I have been interstate, just kind of building things up in Melbourne, Canberra and Sydney. And honestly, the amount of Wednesday nights where I'm just sitting down and watching the softball as well. So it's just been nice to be able to stay connected to this competition and this community while I've been interstate.
Key strikeout for Charter Smith. Watch the energy after she gets this one called just off screen. She gave it a big fist pump, and so did Pete Fairley behind the plate. So make it 6 strikeouts for Charter Smith. And we don't want the broadcast to strike out either, so we need sponsors to get behind us. David?
Yeah, reach out to me, david@spacequake.com.au. We're just looking for one sponsor to basically attach to each team. We do already have a couple on, so we're not starting from scratch. We're just trying to get it across the finish line. Every time the team that you're connected with is batting, you'll be the major sponsor on the scorebug. And then at the end of every full inning, each of the 6 sponsored teams will be here. And, of course, it'll be mentioned and shown gratitude all throughout the summer of softball as we hopefully get to continue covering these Wednesday nights.
If you're a small business like Fairley Carpentry, for example, you can email david@spacequake.com.au and put a couple of grand to your name and help keep bringing us the live streams
for our 10th season. Which also, so I mentioned the Jade Peterson pitching performance against Queensland in one of the Gillies. The Premier League, the most memorable, because it still sticks with me, performance was when Hills Heat had their little miracle run to make it into the grand final, but they had to get past a very in-form West Torrens. And Lauren Christensen went 4 for 4 against a very in-form.
And 4 hits in 4 same spots, I think, centre field.
And it was enough that, it was an incredibly close, high contest game. And those 4 hits were very much the magic maker that got Hills into that grand final. I still think that's one of the most memorable, exhilarating games that we've covered. And we've covered quite a few.
Who won that grand final that year?
Sturt Farkin. I'm pretty sure it was 6-4, if I remember rightly.
Alyssa Charter Smith has the great game defensively, 6 strikeouts, only given up the 1 run. That was back in the 2nd inning.
That was a great pitching dig by Alicia, to come in and shut that down. Sometimes you can get a bit complacent. You've got 4-1 runs up, get complacent, and then Walkerville can just sneak on you. But she came in, shut it down, and now she has an opportunity to add to that with her at-bat here.
Well, at about the 80-minute mark now, so no new innings after 85 innings. This could potentially and most likely be the last inning. So Walkerville need to keep their damage to a minimum.
and Hayley's come in that change, smart on Bindi, made that change, and it really has slowed it down for Walkerville here. And hopefully they can, with their last opportunity, put some runs on the board here. It'll be a tough ask, but anything can happen in this game.
Just jammed, and Maya, who's been really good when she's come in, doing some good fielding off her own pitching. I think that's probably about the third or the fourth one that she's fielded now, and just got that outfielder's arm as
I was going to say, it's the bonus of
then.
a pitcher being a positional player, especially an outfielder. She's very agile and athletic, so when the ball is hit in play, she wants that ball and she wants to be aggressive, and you kind of get out of her way.
Binka Pash up for her third plate appearance using the Eastern Ghost. And Belle, you've been a user of the Eastern Ghost for a long, long time, and very special thanks to Eastern Australia for getting behind the broadcast and providing $50 voucher to the winner of the play of the game so far. It's got to be that Havas double play back in the fourth inning, you'd say.
Yes, I would have to agree with that. Lots of things have happened, but double plays are hard to come by, especially on a bump play like that. It takes a lot of skill to catch it, plant, throw the ball. Everything has to go right. So, yeah, definitely right up there for sure.
And you can get that Eastern Ghost either at easternaustralia.com.au or MC Sportswear, of course. Ground ball to Robinson. She's had a few of those tonight. She makes the play on the run, fires it across for the second out of the sixth inning.
Yeah, great play by Chelsea. I saw Sophie coming across to cut that off, but she knows better to just leave those ones for the short stop. So good communication on their behalf there, and Chelsea comes through and gets the out.
I love that throw.
Seen that throw a lot of times.
One of my favourite photos that I've managed to capture. I think it was in a Stars uniform. Is basically Chelsea. When I did the little Gillies Shield promo, and I got a couple of athletes from each team, that was the exact action that I had her do. Yeah, I had her do the Chelsea throw.
On the run through.
On the run through, yeah.
It is quite fun to do.
If I was going to do like a NBA style silhouette for the pro softball action, it would be the Chelsea throw for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. It's a fun one to do.
In
your shortstop days, James, you would have done that, wouldn't you?
That'd be an interesting... I'll get to that comment in a moment. Thanks, Belinda. But it'd be an interesting concept, wouldn't it? What silhouette would you use? Would you use a Belle White swing or a Chelsea Robinson throw on the run? Or
speaking of favourite photos, that
Jordan Harris,
that absolute crack that I've got of you with the ball wrapped around the bat. That's another favourite.
That's pretty cool.
With the fresh ink of the 5 hoops.
Yeah,
nice
and
and
looks
bright.
Like the bat's breaking, but yep.
It's bending just from the sheer power. Great photo.
And here's the MC Sportswear replay. Hopefully, here it comes in super slow motion. Thanks, producer Brandon. Just ground ball back to Hayley Mayer for another infield or pitcher
great
play
for them. She's come in and done her job, so really well done to Hayley there, holding her own.
So with just ticking over to 9:24, this will definitely be the last chance for the Walkerville Cats, as no new innings after 85 minutes. We will complete the inning. So if Walkerville can hit the lead, they will get the opportunity, and that's the advantage of being the home team and batting second.
Yeah, and coming up to their strongest part of their lineup with Sophie, Hayley and Georgia. So a lot of power in those three there. So hopefully, they can have some good at-bats and keep it going. Nice first pitch strike there. She's coming out firing, as you would expect, wanting to finish this game off, being aggressive, and Walkerville really have struggled with that. Looks like, I'd say it's a low rise because it just sits on that belt height, and we're just getting their bats under it, Walkerville, just not quite getting on top of it. Just a great pitch for her there.
Nice take from Mossman, and with the new pitcher, it's a new battery combination as well. So Mossman's done really well to be able to catch this game to Charter Smith. She's got some pep in her step, she's got some speed on the pitch, and a lot of energy in the middle there. She picks up her 7th strikeout right on cue. It's 3 in a row for Charter Smith.
Yeah, she's definitely putting her name in the ring for player of the game.
Aqaba Hotel.
Aqaba Hotel player of the game. So, yeah, we might have to have a little bit of a debate. That's a great pitch, right on the outside corner. Good height. To batters, that does look high and out the zone, but it is definitely spot on there. So, great call there by Pete on that play.
Mayer with a swing and a miss on the first one. Pop up to second base, and you could hear the loud call from Tompkinson at second base for the second out. So Walkerville down to their last out.
Brings up Georgia Mason. Yeah, 2 out, no one on. Very tough for Walkerville in this position, but you never want to let the game go. So Georgia will be wanting to do everything she can for her team here to try and get on.
Mason watches that first one for a called strike, and at the end of the game, David has politely declined the offer to go out and do the on-field interviews. So, Belinda, you're here stuck talking to David as this one's hit deep to centre field. Tracking it's Hannah Cameron, and it just gets over their head. So, a bit of life here for the Cats as Mason stands up at second. So, runner in scoring position for the bottom 3 in the order, but it's a life.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, 2 out. You never just want to be an easy out. She's put that ball really high, and if anyone's played at centre field, West Beach, Wednesday night, they know it's quite dark out there. So it sat up there for a while, and Hannah just couldn't quite get on to it.
Steph Gall hit a line drive laser beam straight through the shortstop's glove, her last at bat. So she's seeing it okay. Just 5 hits for the night against Alyssa Charter Smith. And they've all been spread out as well. So the only time they've gone back-to-back was in the second. This one is deep to centre field. Mason's going to score. Gall stands up at 2. And the Cats reduce that lead. It's 4-2, so there's still life in this game. The never say die Cats.
No, the 2 out curse. And you think you have it?
Back-to-back doubles to centre field as Coach Anderson's going to call timeout. Just have a chat to her team because the 8-9 hitters are now up to bat. Erin Reid, who's capable. David, you mentioned earlier in the call tonight that she's had a clutch hit before on the Space Quake Sports live stream, and Erin Stone, the 9-hitter, also capable of getting the ball into play fast around the bases. So they need 2 more to tie it.
Well, the other thing is just get on base, and then the hot bat of Chelsea Robinson steps up to be that miracle moment. Yep. So there is very clearly a pathway here for the Cats.
Both Erin Reid, Erin Stone will know their job would be put ball in play, put some pressure on the field, see if we can get some fumbles to bring that top of the order back up. Nice pitch there, just come in. Not wanting to waste any time here. She'll be wanting to shut this batter down, get the 3rd out, finish the game off strong. Walkerville, we wanted to keep it going.
Nice shot. Ground ball to second base. Tompkinson stays calm under pressure, and makes the out, the third out, the game ending out, and the Seacombe Tigers will avenge their grand final defeat and a round one victory here in season 25-26 against the reigning premiers, the Walkerville Cats, 4-2. We have to vote now. Play the Eastern, or the play of the game, powered by Eastern Australia.
Becky Havis double play.
Terrific.
Yep.
I think we're all in agreement there. And for the Aqaba Hotel Player of the Week, who's it between?
Charter Smith there. She's come in, new team, and really shut down Walkerville, who, like I said, last year's grand final, and most of them played in the grand final. So she would be one of my
She was
votes.
really good in the clutch as well.
She got a hit in that inning where they scored 3 runs as well. All right. I'll leave it to you to wrap up the game, and then once I've got the 2 players, we'll
have a chat.
I'll see
have
you
a chat out there.
Yeah.
Well, that completes the game for first game of the 2025-2026 season. Replay the grand final. Seacombe come out on top 4-2. Like we say, first game of the season, everyone's just finding their feet. We've got players coming in, players, going out, everything like that. So, really good start for Seacombe softball. And, Walkerville had a really, really strong defence. A few errors there, but, they've got progress. And, right now it's just about gaining some, rhythm and momentum, ready for finals in March next year.
Seacombe with the new coaches. Oh, we're ready to go? No. Look like just standing. Yeah, we're good to go on the field.
I've got the thumbs up, and we're on. I've got Alyssa Charter-Smith, Becky Havis with me. So first of all, the play of the game, powered by Eastern Australia, is going to go to Becky Havis for your great double play back in the 4th inning. Talk us through the play, Becky.
Don't drop it, and then be a bit more hot off the mark than I was in the grand final, so just turn and throw, and yeah.
That's how we called it. Very similar to the grand final, except you didn't get dirty.
I know, I didn't have to.
Well, congratulations. Here is your Eastern Australia voucher for play of the game. Coat on the back. Don't show that to the online fans. And for the Aqaba Player of the Week, Alyssa Charter-Smith, your first game in the Premier League. Congratulations. You threw 7 strikeouts. You got a hit in that key inning where you scored 3 runs. Good outing for your first game for the Tigers?
Yes, very blessed to be here. Thank you to everyone. Becky, amazing job. The girls really backed me. It's great day to play some softball. You
bring plenty of positive energy to the game as well. You look the part as well. Congratulations. Aqaba voucher, thanks to Sporty's Bar, for the Aqaba Player of the Week. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, James. And that does conclude the first of many Wednesday night broadcast. But again, we do need a little bit more help to get this one across the line. So if you would like to be a part of these Wednesday night broadcasts, reach out to me. That's my email at the bottom, david@spacequake.com.au. Each sponsor, $1,870. That's including GST. So, simultaneously a lot of money, but also not like it's hopefully a manageable amount, I'm hoping. Come on board. You'll be connected to a team, major sponsor every time that team's playing, and then you'll appear on this screen right here acknowledging each of the team sponsors every single game at the end of full innings. Thank you very much, James and Belinda, for jumping on mic for this first game. It was a cracker.
Well, thank you very much for having me. It was lovely to open the first game of the season, and good luck to all the teams.
See you next week.